Oh, Waltham So Gremlin here, aka Polygon Monster, and you may notice from this background we're in macOS world now. You know, whatever bullshit they're calling it now. I don't even know what it's called anymore. So I'm in Dig here. This is the scraper where we were, and I also have Xcode open. So we're going to have to do a dreaded Xcode and do some iOS development. This has been a bit fiddly to set up because I actually use my camera as my phone camera as a device, which is recording. iPhone 11 Pro Max, still old phone. It's still pretty good. If they didn't do the OS updates, which just tank the performance of the camera, then it would be perfect. Everything but the camera is fine. Or anything with Face ID because it's using a camera. But another thing where it's just Apple are anti-consumer, anti-developer, anti-everyone. And at this point, I'm annoyed just because it just took so long to set things up. Allowing permissions, allowing your camera, allowing the security. It's all under the guise of we're going to, it's your security that we're after. It's like, no, it's not. You're just annoying. Anyway, on to development. So this is the source code of this. I've not actually demoed any of this on the stream. It's just plain old, well, it's kind of C style C++, quite basic, and it is structure of arrays, which is data oriented, with some atomics and some thread synchronization from C++. Then is this the CPP file? This is where it is. So last time I got the Phonica scraper working and uploading some data, but unfortunately, to my dismay, at the end of the session, I was presented with this, which was scrolling with no images loading and no audio. So I'm just going to launch this in a debugger on the iPhone 7. And let's see what we can find. I haven't touched this code. No, don't do that. Stop. It was trying to launch it on the wrong device. Try and launch it on my iPhone 7. Xcode is one of those things that just keeps getting worse and worse. I think at one point it was all right, and then I don't know if it's still the case now. Even with a wired connection to the laptop, it would do debugging over the network, which just sounds insane to me and stupid. And then it went from one OS update to another. The boot time of the app became multiple seconds when it was used to be previously immediate. But it is loading now here on the phone. Maybe I'll do a little overlay. I'm not actually recording any of this. That would just be too complicated. So this is Red Eye. This has releases in. Can't hear anything. Maybe it thinks it's plugged in to some headphones or something, which isn't going to be helpful. But here's Phonica. It's just displaying this. Oh, and it's asserted. Okay, well, that's helpful. Invalid handle. Channel index. So, debugging. Audio add channel to group. So this is a bit annoying and going to be a bit of a pain to debug. So the audio is all running in a background thread, and then command buffers are populated on the main thread, which then allow you to decouple the main thread from the audio. But what it means is where this is happening, the call stack, which is here, is just an audio thread. And I know some info about it. Let's just put a breakpoint in and run it. I suspect what might be happening is that the files in there are called .mp3, and I noticed when it was in the web browser it was actually playing OGS. It's been a while since I've used Xcode, and playtrack file path is in here. And it's been cached. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Double click and it just does mean, look, this is just horrible. So it doesn't actually have an mp3 on the end. So this is the URL. Shall we see if we can put it into, how do I get a new, oh, this feels weird. I haven't used macOS really for development for a while. I think it must replace, is that it? I've heard that snippet of audio many times doing these videos. The LCD sound system. Right, okay, well, that was there and it was an MP3. And there is also an OGG, interestingly. Let's try and get the file size. It's cached it to disk, so let's see if we can get the file size. Ooh. Pen file system get size of this track. So Pen is kind of a very old code base of mine. It was originally PM Tech Engine, but Pen was specifically the very low level kind of abstraction API, and it all predated things like, oh no, STD file system and all of these kind of things. So there's a bunch of older school kind of coding in there, like just C style APIs. It's quite C style, and but there's a bunch of stuff in there. I assume, what does it return? Size T, very good. I was thinking my former self might have made it an int, which an int would have been fine, but size T is... I just do stupid things like that, like SS, to find out, just to store it into a local, and then I'll run this again. 919 does not seem correct to me. 919 sounds like it's going to be something like text inside it, and it's not going to be audio. So let's open the file. So I've added a quick thing to malloc the memory, fread, fclose, just for quickness, because I knew I could just do it there and I have to include things. The code is kind of C style C++. I could have used C++ to do it, but I'm sticking it old school. And annoyingly, the utility function in my own library was doing some shenanigans where it adds the full file path, and at this point it adds all of this, and then by calling it with this function you have to do it twice. What you're supposed to do is you would call it with something like this, and then all of this would be kind of appended on. This would be the kind of the junk that function gives you, but it's already on there and I can't be bothered to figure out the correct way to use that API. To be honest, it's a little bit messy, trying to handle that in an opaque way, but still, we can just do this, read the file to the buffer should become a string, read the string, it's going to be 919 bytes, and it's going to be some JSON, I suspect. I mean, this boot time is frustrating. It used to be super quick, and then an OS update comes in, and then it's slow again. Right, have we read the buff? We have a pointer. I can't remember the shortcuts in macOS. Let's step over that. Doc type. Okay, yes. Well, it's HTML, right? Loose. The whole thing. Let's grab that, because that's completely unreadable and absolutely unusable. Like, who designs this thing? Look at it. Command and C. This is here we go. Okay, so the thing here is it's saying there's a CloudFront error, right, for this request to the server for this app or website at this time. So I'm going to have to check where the request gets made, and this is probably going to be the same problem that's for the images as well. So wherever a CloudFront request gets made, not CloudFront, it goes through curl. I just can't remember. So full disclosure here, this is one big old file, and this is basically all of the code of the whole app. 4,000 lines of C with a header, and then obviously using the backends of like various platform code. This is how I like to work. Some people would go, oh, you haven't made a class, you haven't split it up. Grow up. Grow up. People who think you should split things into a million files. Leave it out, right? Do what you like, I'll do what I like. If you're hating on it, then it's fine. Check out imgui, that's like 17k lines. Check out Spear v Cross, I think it's got a 20k line switch statement. This is what I'm talking about. Right, curl requests. We have data, we have a write function. Download. So this is setting up curl and with URLs. So let's just put a breakpoint in there and let's see if it gets hit. First things first, that is the actual JSON for the database. Let's continue. Can we pull this down to here? Add URL. Here we go. We can see it a bit better there. It's a bit small. I don't know how to make that text bigger, but let's run it again. These are all Firebase requests. Phonica essentials. That is the list. We're already here. Oh, because it's already cached. We need to clean the cache. So I think this should work. Basically, I'm just removing the code that chooses the default store, and it's just going to default it to Phonica. So the first requests we should get in the download function or request should be Phonica records related. I hope this doesn't make me log back in, because that's going to be a pain. I don't think it should. I think I'm stored in the keychain. Oh yeah, okay. So, well, no, we had this before, right? We already had some JSON. URL, sign in, Phonica essentials, Firebase database. Okay, so this is one for the, this is the JPEG now. It's requesting so far. On screen, actually, you can see this is the first thing it's trying to pull. It's got the information, like the track name and stuff, but it doesn't have the media. And then this is the first request of the media coming in. URL is a JPEG, right? So, I mean, that one, let me see. Why does that not, like, mate, this is just the most unuser-friendly. Why would I want to click on this, right? Why would I not want it to select the text in there for me? But no, it gives me the hex address of the thing. It's stupid. So now, is that it? No, that's it. And then I have to select it in here. I have to remember that I've got to use Windows and C. Oh, I've missed off the H. Okay, right, and then let's stick this in a web browser. And that's it. This is it. So the URL is spot on. Okay? It's spot on. And maybe originally it was incorrect or something. Okay, let's keep going. Continue. That's a request for a timeout. And here is a URL. Oh my God. Copy. Is that going to copy it in here? Ah, okay. Copy value. Oh no, but right, it's not useful. That's not the value, is it? Right? It's not the value of it. Should just be the value of the text, not the type name and the variable name. Oh, and that little bit of snippet again. I'm sick of hearing that now. But that is also correct, right? So what I think I need is some sort of headers and things to trick it. Well, anyway, let's just run it and let's see if the caching works or if it still scrapes. And, oh no, let's get rid of the breakpoint. And then here we go, buff. What's in the buff? Let's see. Buff stir. Now we want to go over here and we get past it. Okay, so we've got this HTML again. Right, perfect. Well, the addresses and the requests are perfectly correct. I'm going to consult with Copilot. No. Is it CloudFront? Let's see what Copilot's saying. So yeah, in the scrapers I actually do a bunch of these as well. Let's see, does this have one? No, that didn't need it. Juno did, maybe? User agent, Mozilla 5. Yeah, that's all you need. Come on, Copilot, can you tell me? Headers. The annoying thing is that cut off? This is not nice to select. Do they have a scroll bar? Is that a scroll bar? That's the scroll bar. Terribly designed as well. Because I don't want the whole thing, you see, because I just wanted the one-liner, but anyway. We'll get some code from curl, it's just kind of replacing Stack Overflow for me. Download. The download function, headers. Curl URL, well we don't need that. We do want headers. And we do want to follow. We already got follow redirects. So we just want the headers. Headers is that. These are a thing. Well, I don't know if any of them got cached. I'm just removing the app just to clear the cache. I think I have a clear cache option as well. Let's go and see if this has worked. Oh my god. And that is audio. Right, well. That was easy. Very happy with that. I want to swear, but I'm not going to. Here we go. It's dig. It has it. It's working. It's Bushwhacker. Remember Bushwhacker? Oh yeah. Buzzing. Okay, that was all it was. That was a simple one. That's enough now. It's tea time for me. I'm going to go and I'll just clean this stuff up. It was a bit fiddly setting up the iOS dev. A bit funny as well because of the amount of annoying things. Maybe I'll cut that down into a little Apple dev rage compilation. But that was it. It's working. From start to finish, a new record store has been added in here. There's a few more bits and pieces that I need to do, like to gather more content and tidy up the scraper. Maybe I'll do that next time. But for now, goodbye.